Make some lamingtons with me. So first I threw in 250 grams of margarine. I then went in with 2 cups of brown sugar. However, you can use any sugar of your choice. I gave this a really good mix. Please be sure to give this a really good mix. Once you have mixed the margarine and sugar together, I went in with my eggs. I threw in 3 eggs. Once you crack in your eggs, give it a good mix all together. Once you have mixed those 3 ingredients together, I then went in with my flour, and I had added 2 cups of flour. Give it a really good mix. Hey baby. I then went in with my baking powder, and I had put 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Yay! I gave that a really good mix together. Yes. We gave that a really good mix. I then went in with 1 cup of milk, and I gradually put this milk in as I mixed it all together. And of course, as you can see, my little helper joined in there. You can now see that my mixture is well mixed together. It's fluffy, it's smooth, and that's the mixture we want. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Hey. I then went in. I was supposed to put a pinch of salt, so I just turned it about 2 times. And whenever making a vanilla sponge cake, I always like to add in some vanilla essence. So I added in my vanilla essence. And I gave that a mix together. And this is how my mixture looks. It's really fluffy and smooth. There should be no lumps. I preheated my oven to 180 degrees. Once my mixture was all mixed up together, I sprayed my pan with some spray and cook, and then I added my mixture. I then put that in the oven to cook for about 30 minutes. And now for my sauce. Come to mom. Yes. I put in my butter. And this was about a quarter cup of butter. What's mom doing? Hey? I then went in with my coconut and I added some in a bowl while my butter was cooking or melting. Remember not to put too much coconut because as you put in the cake, it actually gets all sticky and messy. So I then went in with my cocoa powder and I added this in my butter, melted butter. I added 3 tablespoons of cocoa, and then I gave this a really nice mix so that my cocoa can sit well in the butter. Next, I went in with my icing sugar. So I put some icing sugar into the pot. I mix it all together. The mixture gets really thick, so add water. You will see how your mixture looks. As you are mixing and the icing sugar is dissolving, you add more. Remember, while you are doing this here, you should already have your sponge cake cut into pieces and ready for your mixture. I added another cup of icing sugar. The more icing sugar you make or you put in, the sweeter your mixture is, and also the quantity of your mixture. So I had thrown in 3 cups of icing sugar. However, if you'd like to add in an extra cup because you're making a larger quantity, you can do so. Remember to add in an extra spoon of cocoa if you do so. add more water depending on your mixture. Remember to mix really well so that there are no lumps in the pot and that all your cocoa powder and your icing sugar dissolve well. Hey, hello. Hello, my baby. As you can see, my mixture is bubbling. It's always a good thing to add your heat, to put your heat down. So decrease your heat. As it boils, your mixture will become thicker. I then went in with my cake pieces. I put my piece of cake into the mixture. You dip it all around, take it out, put it into your coconut, mix it over, and then let it sit aside to cool down. Remember, while you are doing this, you have to be really quick because as your cocoa is cooking, it's actually getting thicker and it ends up soaking in quite a bit into your sponge, and we actually do one sponge, right? As you can see, the cocoa gets quite a bit messy, so you have to keep topping up or eventually changing your plate, depends on you. I always like letting my sponge sit overnight so that it can become quite firm, because I tend to notice if you do it straight away, it ends up breaking up, which you can see there because I could not wait. And there we go. This is my cocoa mixture. It's quite thick. So here you can go in and add some more water just to let it loosen up quite a bit. And you would do this throughout your mixture. Here is my end products. These are my lamingtons. And as you can see, it's quite fluffy, very fresh. And yeah.